Is it playing? It is! Yay! It's working. Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day, and welcome back to the DK19 channel. Today is Sunday, which means it's time for a little bit more D&D. We're on a slightly smaller crew than usual today, as we have no Kevin. He's not able to join us today. He is otherwise indisposed. Yeah, so we're on the four-person team, which is my good old friend Grav.
Watcha.
It's the lovely Trex.
Hello.
It's my Warframe buddy Mickey.
Oh, hi there.
And it's Zoro, who was found through Roll20.
Hello there. I was found through Roll20. Thank you for adopting me.
Yeah. It's like the papers were going. I was like, I haven't really thought this through as I carried on going through all that. I try my best. I have not had a very good brain day today. Mickey can tell you I've spent an awful lot of the time today farming frames on Warframe, trying to get the frames that I'm still missing. Now there's not very many that I am missing.
You're missing something in Warframe?
Yeah, there's not much I haven't got now, to be honest. I'm really close to having a complete collection. I've got a complete deluxe collection. The deluxe collection is complete. The Prime collection, I'm down by 2, one of which I will have sometime this week, hopefully before the weekend is over. And the regular frames, I'm down by 1, and it's a horrible thing. Yes, so yeah, enough of Warframe. Today's D&D day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really. And like I said, the party they are currently enjoying a little bit of downtime from having done their assessment dungeon with the Silver Talon Adventuring Guild, and a little bit of time to relax, get some gear, and tool up, ready for their actual examination dungeon with the Silver Talon Adventuring Guild, which is the guild that all the characters are looking to join. So for those who haven't seen this before, what we're doing is we had an idea of a way to have a reason for the characters to be together, because that's something that can fall apart, is that thing of why does the party decide that we're going to meet up in the tavern and actually go and do this quest all together, as opposed to just getting pissed for 3 days on the trot. So yeah, so the theory and idea that I decided we'd give it a go is that the characters have already got one thing that they are all doing the same, which is they want to join the Silver Talon Adventuring Guild. Reasons why, completely up to them. But the thing that they have, there is a thing they want to do, which is to join the Silver Talons Adventuring Guild, and that is why that they are all together. And then the guild kind of enforces this: you are going to work together to do your examination, and then it's sort of like everything builds from there. So yes, welcome. Party. Do you remember where we were at last week?
I don't know where you ended off after I left, if you continued after I left, but...
Yeah, we did. We finished up. Basically, we finished up with the grabbing of the loot, because what you were doing... Yes, there was because that's what you went. You went to the to those
ruins.
The ruins. So
and
let's just...
Twigs.
Yes, the twig creatures.
Tons of loot and you weren't there for it.
Did you do a roll for tricks?
God darn it.
We did do a roll for Trex because you guys were actually looting specific places, so it wasn't we did not do one, but there was one building that I deliberately left unrolled. I told them they'd finished everything, but I deliberately left one building unrolled so you can come and have a look for some loot if you would like to.
Yes, I've never rolled before.
I remember last session as well, Dotan lost one of her eyes.
Yes.
I'm covered in wounds and blood myself, but it doesn't matter.
It was kind of a rough...
It doesn't matter. What does that matter?
You're so beautiful to me, Sultan.
I rolled higher than a 5 twice in the course of like 8 rounds.
Yeah, you were not in a good way.
I forgot to turn into a bear.
Yeah, I was thinking about that, but then I was like, maybe he's not the bear kind of person.
No, I just forgot. Like me and my friends, me and my friends forget to turn into bears whenever we play druids. It's just one of the things we do.
Yeah, it's just one of the things you should
we had
do.
Noah Nakis last week as well, did we? He's because he had to work.
I haven't played with Unknown so in like 3 weeks or 4.
Yeah, he's
been forever.
something came up from
Yeah, poor
recently,
guy.
which is a little bit shit. But
He's been missed. So
yes,
let him
he
know.
is definitely missed. So let's just move you back over onto this panel over here. There we go. So this is something possibly a little bit more familiar for you.
Yes, this I know. Oh
Right.
shit, I'm sorry. Okay, just a sec. Yeah, this you know. Oh, I'm in the forest with gobs. So gob
Yes, so gobba gobs. So there was most of the buildings have been searched. This building over here was one that was not searched. So I said they'd searched everywhere, but in my mind, I kept one place unsearched.
You kept it just for me?
Yeah, we kept one just for you. The smallest building for the smallest person.
With the biggest heart, right?
Indeed.
Oh my god, I'm such a
Yeah,
cliche.
you really should get that. You really should get that checked out medically. I mean, like that's
Yeah.
gigantism
I
is not a laughing
I guess
matter.
we know where Sheila and Gobs is going.
So we'll say that you did this search at the same time as the party were doing. The rest of the party were doing their searching. So let's have an investigation check from you, please, then, Sheila.
Can Gobblegobs do the first check just to see
Yeah.
what comes up before you do?
Oh, wait a sec. I just
What?
have to pet a dog. Hey, baby. Okay, let's see if I can find my sheet. Go. I'm sorry, I'm like on one hand right now. I have a dog in the other one. Character sheet. Oh, that seems. Oh, okay.
Did you leave it
I
on
can do
edit
this.
mode?
I can do this. Boop. I clicked it. Nothing happened. Why did nothing happen? I just clicked my sheet. I'll click it again. Okay.
Apparently they got
Okay,
motorbikes
there-
and Neverwinter now.
Now they're
we had that the other week actually. Yesterday even I should say. Okay, so it was you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna let you have advantage on that because you got the little turkey scrabbling around with you, kicking up dust. So we'll say that you would have advantage on that.
I didn't actually roll advantage. I just clicked
No,
it
I
and
know
it
you.
whacked and
Yeah,
it didn't
I know.
send it
I know
and I
you.
clicked
I
it
know
again.
you. That's what's happened is it's ended up clicking twice. But you know, we'll roll with that. We'll work with that.
Is it a sniffer turkey?
It might be.
It's used for hunting truffles.
Tracking turkey. It knows where all the good stuff is.
It hunts magic.
Yes, it's a magical turkey. It's a fey turkey. Of course, it hunts magic. That's like.
Right. Okay. So if it's roll that, I need this book. Right.
Oh god, no. That song's gonna be like stuck in my brain now. Thank you.
Now I believe
It
is
appeared
that one,
spontaneously
yes.
in the mind, and I
Mhm.
have to listen to it. It's horrible.
So
Remember when Nokia telephones used to have that
one,
ringtone
okay.
standard?
Which means it's
It's been a long time ago.
Yes, it is a long time ago. It was like the 3210 model, right? The one that had Snake in it.
The ones that were basically made of fucking unobtainium and could not be destroyed.
Yes.
And
yes,
we
I remember
tried.
throwing it-
We
I
tried.
remember throwing it across a building, like our school. We found a guy who could throw it all the way across. We did that all day long. It never broke.
Right.
That was amazing.
If you'd like to make a note of this, Trex,
Yeah,
you have
I
found some things.
Oh
So
my.
you have found 5 gemstones.
Just a sec. I need to put it on the loot wagon.
Hmm.
Maybe. Where's the loot Oh, loot party. Party loot.
I guess I should probably put the stuff I found on the loot wagon too.
It is realistically, it's up to you where you put it.
Okay, the 5 gemstones go in my pocket, I think.
Okay, so the 5 gemstones you find you find a bloodstone. You find another bloodstone.
Scary.
You find a chrysoprase Or chrysoprase. Chrysoprase. So see, I'll link them all for you in a second.
Yeah, because I'm not spelling that from the way you say it.
Onyx
Onyx, I know. Yes.
and a moonstone. So two bloodstones, a moonstone, an onyx, and a chrysoprase.
Chrysoprase, I've never heard that before.
Chrysoprase is a very well-to-do troll in Ankh-Morpork. You also
None of that made any sense to me. Like,
the
honest to God.
Discord novels.
Yeah, I haven't read those.
Oh, that's it.
I know. I know.
Disadvantage.
Okay, I know.
Last session, we gave Marcus the medallion, right? The necklace of some sort. With the mysterious bag of puffs.
Well, he took them.
Hang on, mysterious bag of puff. Who did we buy that off?
That shady guy with the hood on.
Okay.
What? You bought something from a shady guy with a hood on?
No,
Yeah,
no.
bag of puff and some skins.
Yeah. We're gonna roll up.
I would have been proud of you for actually being, diplomatic, but since it was all a lie, I'm just gonna be disappointed.
You also find in the same sort of like there was these gems were all in a pouch that was buried in a corner of these ruins. You also find a small ring. It is a small gold ring.
All right.
And when
is
you
it like halfling small, or is it regular human size small?
it's small as in thin.
Okay.
But so it's a thin ring. So it's not particularly wide band or anything for it. But even though you've just pulled it out of the ground, essentially, it's still it's comfortably warm to the touch.
Oh.
So it doesn't. It's not like all that hot. It's more like this is warmer than I was expecting it to be.
Oh. Like someone just wore it.
Yeah.
Oh.
So if you want to make a
Already
note of all of
concerned,
those,
given how fantasy stories about rings usually go.
Yeah, me too.
I'm not going into a giant mountain surrounded by some sort of orc to destroy a ring, I'll tell you that now.
Or
I'll
cutting
just-
off my pinky.
I'll destroy your ring.
Ooh.
Carry.
Oh.
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 What the fuck are we doing?
Was that it, DK?
That is what you found. Yes.
All right. I think I keep the ring. That seems like I want to see if I can fit it onto Gop Gops in some way.
Must resist ghost a joke about choking chickens.
Oh yes, please. I choked a chicken when I was a little girl. I'm not proud of it.
I don't think you want to say that.
Stop! No one say anything. Let's just leave that hanging and move on.
Yep.
All
Can we
right.
go back to civilization?
Me, yeah.
Kids unattended with animals. Okay, that's what we take away from that story.
Back to the city.
Thinking emoji.
And I mean, oh my god, I'm gonna have to tell that story sometime. Because I didn't just choke it. I
Oh, please stop! Please stop! Please
It was just the nonchalance with which that was said. I didn't just choke.
No, but I didn't just choke it.
Did you eat it afterwards?
No.
Fuck for
The daycare called my parents and were like, something bad happened. Your dog ate a chicken. And
Just something bad happened.
my parents had to come to the daycare and they were very serious about it. And my parents were like, why did you leave her alone unattended to the chicken when she's like 2.5? No, I was 3.5
How did
years
you
old.
catch it?
They can't
Chickens-
fly.
Chickens are not that hard to catch when you're multiple kids trying to catch them.
Oh, so it's a team effort.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
so
was
there's
just
not-
the only one that actually killed mine.
There's a gif going around of a toddler grabbing a pigeon and putting the food out of its mouth that the mum would
Yeah.
have been feeding, eating it herself. So it's They
I did
move
worse.
quick when I want to.
Yeah, that's
I've
true.
been asked by
Food.
I've been asked by Chos to remind to tell you guys about when she was little in Hong Kong. Her gran had. Yeah, she doesn't want me to tell this story. Her gran had chickens, and Chos thought that the chicken poo was white chocolate. So yeah, they found it with like
Oh,
chicken
no.
poo around her outside her mouth.
No, no. Oh.
Still,
No.
that story
Yeah.
only like just as bad as saying when I was younger I choked a chicken.
Yeah.
No. It was the specific phrase of when I was a little girl, I choked a chicken. Was the
Yeah,
specific
okay.
phrase that sort of got all of us giggling.
I was like 3.5 or so, and I caught a chicken, and I'd seen on TV some cartoon where they rode big birds, and I sat on it while holding its neck, and I choked it, / I broke its neck when I sat down on it while holding the head. So
I think what really topped it off was I didn't just choke it.
Yeah,
yeah,
that
I
was.
did, yes, I sat on it. I completely squashed the chicken. Okay, I'm not proud of it. But it's better than when I killed my sister's rabbit. So I mean,
We
I'm so glad you finished that sentence with the word rabbits. Better than when I killed my sisters.
But hang on, can't you just replace the batteries?
I knew that was coming. I
Nope.
tried to deflect.
not that kind of rabbit.
Those she just abducted.
Yeah. Okay. So I take the loot. You have to type in the gem I can't spell on the
did.
group loot table.
I typed it into the chat.
Yeah. I put the ring on Sir Gobblegobs.
You put the ring on, so got like it's not really gonna go onto him properly because it's a ring designed for
What
a
about
very.
his feet?
You put it on like like an anklet sort of thing.
No, like a ring on his toe.
No, it's far too big for that.
Oh, okay. Then like an anklet. Can I get it on? Like...
You can you can do that.
Okay, I want to do that. I'm gonna make the pimpest turkey you've ever seen.
Okay.
Should we not find someone to maybe check it's not magical first in case we end up with like
an
a chicken
exploding
that's got hill giant strength or
Super
something?
cancer.
Super cancer. No, it's
The
fine.
turkey goes invisible. The turkey does not go invisible.
It's just a ring. It's just a gold ring. It's fine.
Well, we do need to see somebody about the bag of gremlins and the skull amulet.
What? You found out?
Don't. No, we found a bag of Kush. Remember?
A bag of gremlins?
Yes.
Kush gremlins.
Tribbles, I believe, was the description I gave.
Yeah, true.
Found a bag of weed. Nudge,
Yes.
nudge.
And we need to turn it into the guard because this is a dangerous substance.
Yeah.
We
So,
found a bag of weeds.
Marcus and I are just going to go do that right now, and not with
Pretty
you.
sure-
Marcus
I'm
coughs
pretty-
up blood and goes, I need to see the guard.
Perry's gonna touch Marcus's back and nudge, and he's just gonna start walking away from the group very quickly. Come on.
I'm
Marcus
pretty
will pop
sure
over, so-
weeds aren't dangerous.
It depends on what kind
We're gonna
of
go
weed.
through the van. Goodbye.
Oh, okay. I'll see you. Well, we kind of have to ride the cart back together, right?
It's okay, I'll turn into an elk.
Okay. I guess it's
So is the party returning to Neverwinter as a split party?
yeah.
Because that splitting the party never goes wrong.
No, it doesn't.
I'm totally not wounded or anything.
Someone's not missing an eye.
So
Okay,
yeah, you guys, you can return to the city as a 4 or as a 2-2s if you would like. It's up to
Well,
you.
I guess it's 2-2s.
Okie
Someone's
dokie.
taking the elk and I'm taking the cart.
What's Jotan doing?
Wounded elk friend. Has
Yes.
lay on hands healing. Or let me see how much I have left. No, have 10 hit points.
Yeah, so just so you guys know, by the time you actually get back to the city, it's going to be looking at about like you're gonna be looking about like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, sort of thing. You're taking into account the time it took for you to make your journey out there, do what we need doing, come back and get yourselves all settled back in again. So you're looking at it's gonna be about 2 o'clock in the afternoon on, I believe this is your Thursday, if memory serves.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 2 o'clock in the afternoon on your Thursday is when we'll be carrying on from, as it were. So you guys we'll say you are back at the city, and I think it's safe to say that Marcus and Perry would get there first because they're not pulling the cart.
Yeah, the cart, like, I mean, Fang does a good job, but Fang is just not that fast with the cart and everything. And people and the turkey, so.
Yeah, so Marcus and Perry.
Yep. I'm gonna do it triumphant. Because that's what elk sound like.
You've done your research.
I mean, I'll admit I've never actually heard an elk.
I just googled it. It sounds horrid.
I like the thorough research before subscribing to an elk noise.
Yep. I've done the research. I know what it sounds like. It's horrid.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
It's definitely needed.
I wonder if this is if this is going to be. I'm going to turn it down a little just in case.
I hear nothing.
If you've got the game sound off.
Oh yeah, I do. I'll turn it back on.
Yep, that's basically it. It's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
play it again.
Galloping into the city of Neverwinter, with ultimate joy, comes Marcus.
What the actual fuck? That's like a dinosaur.
It's Perry, and then you play. Yeah, that's also Perry.
That is a dinosaur scream, 100%.
That's just a horrible sound. It's just a powerfully horrid sound.
My next aim is to learn the wild shape of a fox, so I can do exactly the same sound the fox makes too.
Terrifying.
What does a fox say?
DK, really?
DK. It says DK.
Yeah.
Okay. We need to go up to like the mage's quarter over there, and like try to sell these dribbles before Sheila finds us again.
Yeah. I'm gonna break some of my rations up and pour that into the bag to see if they eat them.
Well,
Nothing happens.
Our contacts at the singing halflings might want them.
You're not supposed to feed gremlins.
I don't know that.
Darn it.
To be fair, actually, they what
They're not that.
Dotan did not say about the contacts at Singing Halflings because Dotan is on the cart with Sheila. So you
go straight to the.
Do we like
that?
Yeah.
Give me.
Yeah. Even though it is arguably the better idea.
That's not what we do.
Exactly. So, where do you want to go to? You want to head up to the Magic Quarter and ask around up there?
Is literally just listening to whatever Perry says and just like reinforcing that he's got a good idea.
So,
that's a good idea.
So
this is indeed a very good idea.
Marcus is such a pushover.
So there is a trinket shop. It doesn't take too much asking around to find the magical trinket shop, which is Kazak's. It's owned by a dwarf called Kazak.
Marcus looks over to Perry and goes, I'll handle this one. Hello, sir.
So basically, Kazak's. So the store of Kazak's is basically it's kind of like a magic shop meets a thrift shop. Sort of like there's all sorts of amazing things, and some of them are clearly really cool, and some of them are maybe not so much.
Marcus is just gonna approach him and be like, I have some price checking that I need done.
Oh,
First of all, Here's a medallion with which we found in a non-conspicuous place.
Oh, right. Oh, God, come away with me. Come away with me. And he leads you to his, because he was just manning the shelves, and he leads you to his like the till, as it were. And he pulls out a large tome that's got just completely blank pages, and he just opens the tome up to like, yeah, this one here, yeah, this one right here, okay. And he opens up, and again, just completely blank pages. And if I may take the items you would like to us to examine.
He looks at Perry, very concerned at what's going on, but like slowly hands over the bag of weed, wink, wink, and the medallion.
Okie dokie. Then he puts the medallion to one side, and then puts the bag on the in the middle, on one page, in the middle of one page, the book, and then is staring very intently at the other completely blank page.
Perry.
Yes, right. Okay,
Yeah.
let's see what it says here.
I think he's insane.
Yeah,
Right.
me too.
Oh, okie dokie news. Bear with me just a moment. This item here.
Hmm?
This here grey bag, it's a let me just
Books are supposed to have ink, right?
let me just try something here. Let me just try something. And he reaches into the bag and he takes out one of the furry things and has a look at it. He's like, alright, okay. And he just like puts it behind there and just drops it. He just drops it on the floor.
Yeah.
Uh,
I don't think you're supposed to do that with animals.
And then just make sure I just you know be aware of this thing. Yeah. Okay. So he drops the little furry orb on the floor, and then springing up beside him almost instantly is a very large wolf. He goes, "Oh right, it is the one I thought it was." Then, go on, you, Pooch. You go sit down out there. There's a bowl of water for the other. Don't bite the other doggy. Go sit down over there. Have a wee drink. You'll disappear in a wee while. This item here is called a bag of tricks.
Okay.
And what you can do with it is there's like the wee furry things inside. You pull one out and then you toss it somewhere, and it will create an animal that'll be like your companion. For every about say, well, to be fair, I don't think the animals actually die or disappear. I'm just reading through these other details here, and it says here that the creatures summoned by the bag of tricks are friendly to the summoner and all of their friends.
The creature vanishes at the next dawn, or when it is reduced to 0 hit points.
Yes, the next dawn bit is the bit I can't read. I can't see anyway. It says the bag.
Are you looking on like a compendium, or do you have the actual book?
I've got the DMG here in front of me.
It's end of the second paragraph.
Yeah, so you use... Basically, so bag of tricks, right? So this ordinary bag made from grey, rust or tan cloth appears empty. Reaching inside the bag, however, reveals the presence of a small, fuzzy object. The bag weighs half a pound. You can use an action to pull the fuzzy object from the bag and throw it up to 20 feet. When the object lands, it transforms into a creature you determine by rolling a d8 and consulting the table that corresponds to that bag's colour. See the monster manual for the creature statistics. The creature is friendly to you and your companions, and it acts on your turn. You can use a bonus action to command how the creature moves and what actions it takes on its next turn, or to give it general orders such as to attack your enemies. In the absence of such orders, the creature acts in a fashion appropriate to its nature. Once 3 fuzzy objects have been pulled from the bag can't be used again until the next dawn. It doesn't actually say when the animals run out, but I think we can go like a bit of a common sense.
The creature vanishes at the next dawn.
It doesn't say that. It literally it does not say that here.
I've got the book open right in front of, like the physical book right here.
So do I!
End of the second paragraph. Ordinary bag, and then the second paragraph begins, you can use an action, and ends, the creature vanishes at the next dawn, or when it is reduced to 0 hit points.
Have you got a different DMG to me?
Are there different DMGs?
I don't know, but literally I
Did your
could.
book not say anymore, DK?
No, seriously, I can even hold. Look, I'm going to move the fucking camera to this point. I'm going to prove this point as best I'm able to now.
My book is faulty.
Oh, there, it says it there. Maybe, possibly you can read that. I don't know. Well, because I'm not looking at my screen for that bit. So, but yeah, no, seriously, genuinely, it does not say. I'm not just. Obviously, I don't want to just troll this shit. It literally does not say that. But yeah, we'll go with that. If if you're because that is really weird.
It's actually missing a paragraph.
That is it's not so much missing the paragraphs. It seems to have a different paragraph. But I was going to say is that it does make sense for the when it runs out of hit points or the next dawn, or they disappear at the next dawn. So it makes sense to do it that way, just through like common sense bit for it. So unless I've got like a pre-errata version of the book or something.
Well, I mean, it says once the free fuzzy objects have been pulled from the bag can't be used again until the next dawn. That's what I've got on my digital version.
Yeah.
That I downloaded a while ago, though.
And to be fair, it does make sense that the animals would disappear at that time. Basically, when the bag recharges, when the animals disappear.
Back, yeah.
Yeah. So it makes sense. It makes logical sense to do it that way. So that's what it says on. Or worse to that effect of what it says in the copy that Oro's got there as well. So yeah, we'll go with that.
Oh, the bag doesn't run out of animals.
No, it just recharges.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, it does and it doesn't, because once 3 fuzzy objects have been pulled from the bag can't be used again until the next dawn. So it doesn't run out, but it does have like a recharge.
Yeah.
Okay. Should I keep a hold of that for now? I think we should take it back to the inn, because we were told to check all objects we find and return it to them, right? I mean, I could figure it uses. This would speed up my animal studies.
They wanted the magic items, so I guess we do have to give it to them.
Count, yes.
Yeah. What about the medallion?
Yes, let's see. So the medallion, and he hands the bag back to you and puts the medallion. He calls it out on its chain and sets it down on the piece of paper on the paper of the book, and says, right, this medallion enables one to it'll do it a certain number of times. I believe 3 times is what the most amount of times one can do it. But this enables one to detect the thoughts of another. It is a medallion of thoughts. The medallion has 3 charges. While wearing it, you can use an action and expend 1 charge to cast the Detect Thoughts spell with a spell save DC of 13 from it. The medallion regains 1d3 expended charges daily at dawn.
Okay. Thank you for that.
That's everything that seemed obviously magical. Our friends may be coming in with a ring later, but this should be good. Should be fine.
Thank you for your service.
Yes, thank you for your service.
I'm gonna put down 2 pieces of silver to tip him and then leave.
Oh, thank you kindly. And he takes them away and pops them into his basically like a little those the apron with the pouch in it that a lot of professional shop owners type things have. He's got one of those. He goes, oh, thank you very much, sir.
Well, thank you for your services. And then he'll back.
No problem at all. Feel free to come along and have a browse at my other items, or if you ever need things identifying.
We'll have a look after the next payday, probably.
Okay, so what do you guys want to do then? Because I say you've still got some time, basically, like getting into the city, over to Kazakhs. Basically, if you're then heading back to the Singing Halflings, you would be meeting Sheila and Dotan there. If they whether they are going like to the Singing Halflings or passing Halflings or whatever, they will be at the gate in that area at the same sort of time as you're getting back there.
Marcus turns to Perry. He's like, I don't know about you, Perry, but I've got a bit of a thirst for alcohol. Do you mind if we go to the inn?
Oh God, no.
I suppose I don't mind. No? Should,
I mean, we can wait for the others there.
Yeah, I guess we'll just wait for the others there.
The Singing Halflings or the Blue Stallion? Because obviously the Blue Stallion is your room and board.
Halflings.
The Singing Halflings. Okay, so you two are going to head to the Singing Halflings.
Whatever has the best drinks.
So, what about Sheila and Dotan? So but yeah, as you're coming in through the city gate, you notice, you can just about at the distance, through the crowds, you see a couple of familiar figures passing through the crowds and heading to the Singing Halflings. Would you be heading there? Have you somewhere else you would like to go to? What is your plan of action?
Well, I guess we're supposed to also check this ring.
Dotan's just going to follow along. She's desperately trying to suppress the urge to murder someone at the moment. She'll just do what she's told.
An eye for an eye never does anything.
Shut up! You're not there.
Alright, we go to Kazakh.
Are you going to go to Kazakhs as well? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. We'll do it. Yeah, okay. Right. So yeah, you can head to Kazakhs. And weaving the cart through the city takes a little bit longer because you need to wait and you need to making the choice of, are you gonna take one of the ferries across the river, or which will cost you for getting your cart across the river. If you're taking one of the ferries for a more direct route, it will cost you 5 copper. Or if you want to make a use of city streets, you can then do the half journey, but that'll be making use of the bridges instead. So you can make use of city streets.
We are not using a boat.
Okie.
Sheila is horribly afraid of water.
Which is weird for being bright blue.
Yes. But
she is just like, it doesn't have to make sense.
The Thunderbird is blue. The sky is blue. Water is just poor imitation.
I'll remember that for you. That's the best maybe too. Okay, so heading to Kazakhs, you can tie your pony up outside for a few minutes as you go in.
All right.
Gling gling gling.
And show him the fancy turkey leg.
Oh mate, that's a very impressive bird. What realm did you get it from?
The bird is not actually the focus that I would like you to look at. It was
really. I mean, it's very clearly a magical bird.
Oh, that it is indeed. It's an emissary of the Thunderbird.
Okay, that's lovely, dear.
But
he just
the
looks on
ring
his shoulder.
on its on its leg. It's. I was wondering if that's any, if it's worth more than gold, if it has any special...
Could you take the ring off of its leg? I don't particularly want to play with your bird.
Yeah. I can. I try to take the ring off the leg.
Yeah, so because it's your bird, it doesn't give you any problem with it at all. Yeah, so you Andrew, he's like, okay, if you come with me, dear, and he's still he's holding the ring, very very clearly holding it, so that he doesn't appear to be trying to pocket it or anything at all. It's something that he knows his business, and he goes to his little the little consulting and sales area, and he pops the ring down. He flicks again through this blank book, and he pops the ring down on one of the pages and reads the opposite page. Right, okie dokie. So this ring here enables the wearer to basically not have to worry about traveling through the mountains for the most part. It means you'll never really feel the chill. You'll always feel a nice balmy 50 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh, does that?
Oh no, you don't feel the effect of temperatures below minus 50 degrees. It is a ring of warmth. It is a magical ring, a ring of warmth. It also gives you resistance to cold.
Oh, all right.
Just on the off chance, I've got a lockbox here. I mean, it had some money in it, but I don't trust anything anymore. Is that magical?
The lockbox. Yeah, sure. You just hand it here, my dear.
I'll hand it over.
And he pops it down on the book. After having flipped again to another fresh page. No, doesn't it seem to be... No, doesn't it seem to be any magical essences within the box at all? No, it's a very lovely box, but it's not magical.
That's all I need. If I'm going to lie to someone, I just want to make sure I know what I'm lying about. That's fine. Okay. While we're here, you might see that I'm in a bit of a predicament at the moment.
Oh,
Where is it? Yeah. I lost an eye. Can you think of anything that I might be able to replace it with?
well,
Something magical, perhaps.
you could pop a gem in there, and that would be quite nice. It'll like catch a glimmer, and you'll be able to seduce many a man, and maybe they'll look past your haunting scars.
I was thinking something possibly more useful than that. There's something more practical, something that might help me actually see.
Well, what? It's bear with me a moment. Let me just have a wee check of my index here, and he pulls out a huge, just go, boom. I'll just be a moment, and he opens the book and just flicks to one page. Right, okie dokie, and next page. There we go. I should be searching under E for eyes. That'd be a good start, wouldn't it? Right, okay. It just puts over like 3 inches of book, just like, poof. Right, eyes of the Gorgon, eyes of the Medusa, eyes of the Basilisk, eyes, the eyes have it. No, what? Oh, that's a incorrect thing there. Okie dokie, right, let's see here. I mean, there are various magical things you could use to grant one sight again, but a lot of them are very, very expensive. I mean, I could do some research and maybe see if we could find something a bit more basic that would just restore your sight. But I don't know how long it would take me, and to be honest, at the point here, I don't know really what the cost is going to be like. It may be actually just as much money for you to pay a healer to fix it for you.
Possibly. I was thinking maybe I might be able to have an advantage. I tell you what, how's about...
Oh, you're not thinking like there's like eyes that give you true sight or something. No, what do you think this is?
You never know. You never know. I tell you what, if you think of anything, I would be willing to help you out with something that you might need. If you can think of anything that someone skillful with a dagger might be able
so like a quid pro quo sort of thing. Yeah. Hey, okay, yeah, I'll bear that in mind. What's the easiest way to contact you?
Well, I'm hoping to join the Silver Talons, but for the meantime, I'll be stationed over at the Blue Stallion.
Okie dokie, right. Well, say for the meantime, how long are you going to be there for?
I believe the Blue Stallion until the weekend, and then we've got a test that hopefully I should be part of the Blue Talons, Silver Talons at that point.
Right. Okay. Well, if you're going to be a part of the Silver Talons, then that means that I can always reach you through the actual Guild of Adventurers. So that's something I can find you that way. Okay. Well, it's good to know. It's good to. You've got a very distinct features, so I suppose I probably no need to ask. I can just say the Scarred Lady. But do you have a name?
Yes, it's Dotan, but the Blue Scarred Lady will also do.
Okie dokie. Rightio. Well, I wish you all the best in your journeys, and if I do think of anything that a singularly skilled individual could obtain for me, I'll be sure to let you know.
See you soon, hopefully.
So, are you from here? Are you heading to the Singing Halflings, or do you have another destination in mind?
Sheila?
I'm thinking there's Singing Halflings, and that's something he needs to fix.
No, she's good.
Okay. So, heading back to the Singing Halflings. So, as you're doing your journey back, we shall come to the other half of the team. So, Perry and Marcus. You're back at the Singing Halflings. I'm not even going to say you need to do a perception roll or anything for it. You noticed the bright fucking blue horse and its cart rumbling in through the city gate. So you noticed it heading off in the direction that you came from as you're heading into the singing Halflings.
Terry, we are not to tell Sheila about the bag of animals just yet, right? Isn't that what you guys said?
Yeah, let's just give it to our employer before they get back.
Oh my goodness.
So you're
it's
looking
hard to lie to her.
That's why we're getting rid of it now.
I hope you guys are ashamed.
I am. I'm sorry.
Betraying such a pure soul.
You have enough pets as it is.
Saving her from
Right.
herself with your menagerie.
Yeah.
See, you say I have enough pets, but we all know that's not true.
Because with the druid, technically you've got an unlimited number of pets.
I'm a human being.
No, you're not.
Treat me like one.
Not the way you lie to me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, so yes, you're back there at the singing halflings. Let's just make it more appropriate for that, shall we? Here we go. So you're at the singing halflings again. This is Marcus and Perry to begin with. Over to you guys.
I'm going to, get a drink. He
Okay.
immediately just goes straight to the bar and just orders about 3 drinks.
Okay, so in the Singing Halflings, it's a place that gets quite a lot of business, so they don't have to charge quite as much for their beers. So like a really cheap and basic ale is only 2 coppers. But anything nicer than that, that's for their really, really basic stuff. They have got some nicer stuff as well, but it very quickly starts ramping up to like a silver coin for a shot of particularly nice. Or like a double of a particularly nice whiskey and that sort of stuff. Okay. So their basic stuff is really cheap and basic. Yeah. They have got the good stuff as well, but the good stuff is quite expensive. That's what they rely on.
For a double shot.
A silver coin will get you a double shot of a fine whiskey.
He slides over 4 silver coins and just stares them down. Just like, I'm going to need this.
4 glasses or just a pint pot?
Whichever makes it able to be drunk the fastest.
Pint pot it is, and they do the double measured into the measuring glass they have for it, and then it's like blop into the flagon 4 times, and takes the coins and hands you a basically half a pint of whiskey.
Thank you. I just take a seat and just gesture to Perry to sit down.
Oh, Perry would like to look around for their employer, actually.
Okay. Well, Twig Betsy is still sitting in the same corner that they were sitting in before.
Hey, I'm gonna go pass these off to them. I'll be right back to join you.
I'll go with. He takes like a big swig and follows. Just coming.
I think we need a Constitution save from you, Stroke. Given the fact you've just like necked as much alcohol as you have in one go, I think we need a Constitution save. For the lower amount of your blood, higher volume sort of thing, because of the wounds and stuff. Science.
Did it not do it?
Constitution saving throw with a 12. It's pretty much gone straight to your head. You're not drunk, but you've got a healthy buzz almost immediately.
I'm doing this mostly to numb the pain.
Is that just his battle cry?
Hello, I'm back. I'm wounded. I'm positively drunk.
Yes.
Okie dokes.
It all went fine.
I did give you 10 hit points. Don't forget that.
Oh yeah, you did, didn't you? Let me just add
Yeah.
that quickly. So I'll be on 31 instead now.
Perry is going to have an absolutely obscene Constitution save. I can already tell.
Well, is he planning on getting drunk as well?
No, he's got 20 Constitution, so...
Yeah, but to be fair, you're meant to be amazing in combat as well and managed to get held up by a pair of twig blights for the better part of 4 minutes.
It's not my fault that my ability score rolls were that ridiculous.
I know, but it's just as likely.
Anyway, we're going to visit the our employers, and Perry's just gonna like slide the medallion and the bag of tricks over there. It's like these are the magic items we find. I think the other
Is
half
she-
of our group has one too.
Okay, so she
But we'll
puts
find
she
out
puts
later.
she puts down the book that she was reading. She says, "Oh, very very interesting. Did you know what these items are at all? Have you already had them assessed?"
That's a bag of tricks. You pull a fuzzy ball out and it becomes an animal.
It's the bag of
Very-
friends.
Very
Yeah,
very interesting. And the other item?
The other one is a medallion of thoughts. You
Oh
detect
yes,
thoughts.
I know this one. I've heard of items like this that have, not specifically items like this, but things that have this this power, this ability. Right, okay. Let's just see now. Let's see what he says, looking through the books to try and work out exactly what reward you guys should be getting.
Excuse me.
So, right, okay, so that's
How
that.
much would it cost for me to buy that bag of friends from you?
Well, I was going to give you a reward. For let's see, for the because I.
Oh no! We'll take the reward.
I want
There-
the bag of. You don't understand. If I have a bag of animals at will, I can study many animals in a day, and then I can slowly learn their secrets. I could become knowledgeable in the animal arts, and I could become a wolf.
Yeah, you're. Why don't you go finish your
That's a
whiskey,
pretty good
bud?
point.
Why
That's
don't you
a
go
good
finish your whiskey? So, what reward did we have in mind?
Well, based on I was given an amount to with which I can provide recompense. So there is an account that I have at the Neverwinter Bank. We'll just have a look here quickly. So let's see, one of these here. These sort of things would be. That's a class as a summoning item. So she's going through her like a document she's got. These could be classed as a summoning item. This was the information here for one of those. So that would be okay. So that'd be right. Okay. Yes. Fair enough. Right. Okay. So if one of those for that, and let's see for these ones here as well with this, that'd be right. So then. Right, so for the bag, I can provide you remuneration to the tune of 330 gold pieces. For the medallion, I can provide you remuneration to the value of 420 gold pieces.
Can we please take the bag, Perry?
That's a lot of gold. We don't need it, bud. We don't need it.
But I want it.
Cut the gold.
I could become a wolf.
The gold.
A
There's so much.
Possibly a dragon? I don't really know the limitations of that bag.
The halfling lady that sat there with her books and documents and stuff. She's got a pad of paper and a quill ready. Is like in your own time, gentlemen.
We'll take the
how much-
reward money, I guess.
Yeah, how much was it again for each item?
330 for the bag, 420 for the medallion.
Well, the bag is cheaper. Do you really want the bag? Sheila's gonna try to steal it from you, you know.
I just really want to learn how to become other animals too, and I think this is the best way for me to learn this.
Okay. We'll keep the bag, you can have the medallion.
Oh my god.
Thank you,
Okay.
Perry. You're my best friend.
So she writes out a little chit, a little note for 420 gold pieces. Takes the medallion from you, hands you the bit of paper. Says, just take that to the Neverwinter Bank, and they'll authorise the fund transfer for you. Obviously, I don't carry around such large capacities of coin with me in this city.
What? Is this city bad? I'm sorry, I've recently relocated.
Okay.
It's Neverwinter, dear. There are
you should,
pickpockets and the like.
You should put a pouch of gremlins into your inventory, and I put check for 420 into Harry's.
Yeah, so it is a bag of tricks grey, and it's very specific that you need to make a note of what the colour is, because the colour of the bag dictates what animals will appear.
I need
So-
more of these bags.
Yeah, I do need you to make a note of the fact that it is a
Yeah.
grey one.
Is that grey with an A or an E?
With an A because it's American.
Okay, then got it.
It's
I-
an
I-
American bag of gremlins.
Yeah.
I put PS bag of fluff because that's what I named it originally.
So
before I
accurate.
found out- Before I found out what it was actually called. And you can't
Okey
take
doke.
it away from me.
Do you guys want to wait here for your companions to return, which will probably take about 15 minutes or so? Or do you want to head off somewhere else?
I am happy to wait for them personally. He has no other business. He just wants to love his bag of fluffs and drink a lot of alcohol. He's got 2 uses left, from what I know.
Yes, so there are 2 uses left on the bag at the moment, because obviously 1 use was done as a part of the testing and confirming of it. And every day at dawn, the charge is reset. You get 3 charges.
Brilliant. What? Whoopsie! I didn't mean to do that.
That's fine.
I accidentally clicked that. PS bag of fluff. It even comes up with PS bag of fluff.
So you've got that. Perry and Marcus are happy to stay at the singing halflings whilst waiting for their companions to link up with them. Okie doke.
Yes.
I'll buy Perrin a drink. I buy Perrin what I have as well, so that's 1 silver.
Okie dokie. Wow.
Shit, I don't think Perry's gonna be able to finish this one. Small fella.
It's not the same amount as me. It's only one of what I have. I have 4 technically.
Yeah.
Oh, you have 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that alright.
Yeah. So you've
More manageable.
you've got a like a nice like a glass tumbler sort of thing for it, you know. It's a nice one. It's like an oaky sort of, something that's been aged well, and all that other fluff MacGuffin. So what about now we have Dotan and Sheila, who will be returning now to the Singing Halflings as well.
Yes.
When you get in, you do see your companions drinking near the bar, giggling for the most part as well, I'd imagine.
I nudge Sheila and go. And point
Oh no, actually no,
Fucking
no, wait. Can I have a perception check from Dotan?
Oh fucking hell! It's already started. Jesus.
Just to see whether or not, like, which direction you were looking. No, you were looking in the right direction, so they're on your strong side. They're on this side that's got an eye. So yeah, you do notice them. You're okay.
Well, I guess I'll walk up and check with them first. So what did you get rid of the bag of leads?
Yes. No. Perry, what do I say again?
Perry's had 1 drink and he's face down on the bar.
Yeah, he's pretending to be face down on the bar.
I now have a bag of friends.
A bag of friends?
Well, see, you're rolling your insight there, but he hasn't actually really lied yet, technically.
No.
He's being very ambiguous with the truth.
Yes.
Did you make friends with a bag of weeds? The weeds we fought in the forest, like walking weeds?
Can anyone smell cheese?
Without thinking, Marcus grabs one of the fluff balls and drops it.
Oh, brilliant.
Staring at it.
Oh, it's the worst.
Okay, so it's grey, so it could conceivably be an elephant, and you just let that off in a fucking bar.
That's what the color means.
No, I'll tell you exactly. I think I'm fairly sure I know which one this is.
Alright. May Perry try to intercept the ball?
No, it's too late. No, it's too
No,
late.
let's have a dexterity save to see whether or not he doesn't. He can grab it.
Alright, slow motion. No.
Oh, you can't reach it in time, and suddenly springing up from this ball of fluff into the middle of this bar is of all possible things, I fucking love that this was the thing it had to be as well. Suddenly, a noise echoes out in the bar as a large, hairy shape appears.
Harry is going to make an equally distressed sound.
There is a giant elk in the bar. So,
Oh my god.
I hope that thing's house trained.
He's bigger than me.
I will
Yeah, it's a
grab
giant-
the,
it's
we
a-
will walk over. We will start walking over to our employer and just leave those two to them.
Look at that, it is a giant elk. These things are large. It's basically this thing is crammed
Yeah.
inside. You've now got the staff coming over to you. They are not happy. They are wanting you to find a way to get this creature out of their
That's
establishment.
why we're getting its antlers out of the ceiling first.
Well, the thing is though, it's a friendly item. It is a friendly creature, but it is technically a huge beast.
I'm gonna try and lead it out of the tavern as best as I can.
Well, it's
Does it even fit through the door?
How drunk am I?
well. Let's have another Constitution save
You're
from
drunk
you.
enough to let off a fucking bag of tricks in a bar?
I don't understand social situations like this. To him,
Uh,
it's a-okay.
But to be fair, this creature is causing quite an uproar in this building because it's a huge creature, which means it's
Nat
fucking
20!
massive. So this has suddenly snapped you out. You're just like, oh shit!
I'm so sorry, people. Let me deal with
I mean, it's friendly. It's like.
Fit through the door.
No, it won't fit through the door. It barely fits inside the building. It's upturned tables. It's knocked down a chandelier. And it's not thrashing around. It's not angry. It's not violent. It's quite friendly to you. It's not panicking either. It's literally just the fact that it's just grown instantly. It's the fact that it wasn't there and now bang it is. So it's just knocking things. It's licking your face, by the way, Marcus. It like you summoned it, so it's licking your face.
Marcus calmly turns to the staff, half slobbered on, just goes, now there's two options we can do here. One of you finds me a saw, or we wait till dawn.
No,
What?
that doesn't work.
No,
Just
To
went
saw
over
up
it.
the elk.
No! I was going to saw an elk-shaped hole into the wall.
you want us to basically try and take out what I feel I must explain to you is a load-bearing wall so that we can remove the creature that you summoned.
Yes.
No. And how much money do you have on you, by the way?
I'm leaving.
1 second. Marcus turns to Perry and says, take this, and tries to hand off all his money to Perry.
No.
You are paying for
2
this
seconds.
one. I'm leaving.
This is all I have on me. Let me double check how much it is. That's 39 gold pieces, 2 silver pieces, and I got 4
Right.
copper pieces.
Well, you okay. The thing is, the cost of repairing this place and the damages and everything for it and loss of business because we're going to have to close down a little bit in order to be able to get all this stuff repaired. You're going to need to give us at least 100 gold in value.
Harry is quietly tiptoeing towards the door.
1 second. Yep,
Do you,
no, I have nothing for this.
do you have any other? Do you have any items that are worth value, anything at all? Maybe you've got I don't know. Maybe you've got some jewels or something.
Unfortunately, I gave away my medallion of thoughts, but my friends over there might be able to help me.
You've got your friends, fantastic. And there's they're just like
Oh.
over here. You over here. You people over here. Deal with this.
That's us.
But yeah, he's snapping his fingers at the people that he's indicated.
Hang on,
Twig
we didn't introduce ourselves. Has he seen? Oh no, we didn't we? Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
Twig Betsy is just holding her book up in front of her face, just trying to not be there.
Be involved.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. Look, Sheila got me excited and wanted to see the bag. I showed Sheila the bag. What did I do wrong here?
Well,
How
you
much
summoned
do
a
you need?
giant fucking elk.
I didn't know there was going to be a giant elk in there, okay?
How much is it going to take to repair this?
We want at least 100 gold on this bit. 100, at least 100 gold's worth of value. I don't care if it's in coin, if it's in gems, or whatever it is.
Marcus, how much have you got on you?
20 gold pieces.
20 gold pieces.
I'm a very poor boy.
I'm a very poor boy.
That's an understatement.
Okay, Perry's gonna walk up and he's like, okay, I've got some gems. I'm not sure what they're worth.
Hang on. If we don't know what they're worth, let's just hand over cash.
Yeah.
I can stick in 50.
I lied. I have 39.
40.
Right. Okay. That you lied. Okay. Hang on. How much did you say you had now?
Did you
I
lie?
have 39 gold, 2 silver pieces, and 4 copper to my name.
I'll stick in 50. If someone else sticks in 50, we'll give them that.
I only have 46. I'll put down 40.
Okay.
I'll put down 10 to make up the rest of it.
The person responsible is paying the least amount. God, I
No.
will join this party here.
You were putting in 39.
Yes,
Okay.
you are.
You can
That-
keep the
that
silver.
means you need
Consider
61.
yourself lucky.
And Sheila says, from now on, I want one of the fluff balls.
Oh
No
no,
deal,
they
no
don't.
deal.
No. They don't work like that, Sheila. They don't work like that. You don't just have one.
Well, I want
Even better.
But-
He has to give over. Either he gives
No.
over the box, the bag of tricks to Sheila, or the people in the inn. He's on his own, and the people in the inn can have the bag of tricks.
Nope.
How's that?
Nope. That's a no deal. And what I will do is I will offer to work off anything that is used.
You'll be
in order
working a
to
long
repair
time.
this.
You will be working here. Because I imagine you're going to want to be fed as well. So you'll probably be working here for the rest of your
No,
days.
Food is not going to be. Food and drink is not necessary. I can do that myself, but the rest of it I will work off.
you will practically be working here forever.
Yeah,
You realize this, right?
And who says I want someone as inept as you working in my establishment?
I'm
I
only
want
an drunk.
I want your money, and then I want you to fuck off and take your stupid bloody elk with you.
Well, the elk's stuck in here until dawn. Perry's just gonna like slide one of his onyxes over. He's like, how's this?
Is the elk's going to be stuck here till dawn?
Yes.
150 gold.
Oh come on!
Hey.
Why you got to be like this?
It's going to have a premium for cleaning up elk shit. Said the onyx, yeah.
We'll just he'll slide a second onyx over. And we'll be like, okay, how about now?
Just remind myself which ones the onyxes are.
I thought we weren't gonna use the jewels.
We've got cash. We can just give them cash.
So-
We don't know what this stuff is worth, and
Yeah.
we don't
Well-
want these people to rip us
Silly.
off.
It's silly using the jewels. You might as well use
Well, I
cash.
mean, we go with those two onyxes, but I don't know how much gems of.
I'll hand over my entire bag of money, including the silver and copper pieces as well. I'm just like, and this.
Right. Well, I mean, I'll count those two gems together as 50 gold pieces. So I still want 100 gold from you.
Well, that's 39 gold
Oh,
pieces.
Perry's gonna take his onyxes back, I guess. Yeah, okay, you're paying 39, and I guess the other three of us will pay 20 each, except... Fuck, we have to get to another 50.
I can pay 40, but I want one of the fluff balls.
Okay, every day I'll give you one of the fluff balls to throw yourself.
All right, good. Then you got 40 G from me, gold pieces.
Okay.
That's
Okay,
79.
yeah, but that leaves Dot tonight to pick up
We'll split the
70,
difference. So what's
71.
35 and a half each.
Yeah, 35 and 5 silver. Yeah.
God damn it.
I'm sorry, guys.
I'm
Right,
going to
mate.
count these out one by one and put them into your hand, Marcus, and stare you with my one remaining eye and my empty eye socket while I do it.
The innkeeper sort of like steps forward and just like steps in front of Marcus to take the coins. There's I think I'll be the one who takes the coins. Thank you very much. It's my establishment that's been ruined by this debacle.
Play the elk sound. Look, he's friendly, okay? He's friendly.
Sheila gladly hands over her money. Oh my
See, totally friendly.
Oh my god.
It might be friendly, but it's also massive, and look at the size of its poo.
Oh no.
I mean, it hasn't taken a shit yet.
Well, I can imagine how big the size of poos are going to be. Look at the size of this thing.
Just don't feed it.
I mean, it vanishes when you reduce it. You hit it, so maybe you should hurt it.
Maybe we just kill it?
Just kill
That
it.
seems really rude. That's
I wouldn't want to be
irresponsible
here to do
summoning
that.
animals and then killing it.
That'll be even messier, truth be told.
Yeah, it probably will.
I mean, if I leave though, it's going to become restless from what I know, so I should probably stay.
Alright.
If you've got to stay here till dawn with that creature, what we're going to do is we're going to move the bard from his position in the corner. We're going to shoo the elk over there and let it curl up for the night, and you're going to curl up with it, and the pair of you are going to shut the fuck up.
You made that sound like a punishment. Okay.
Okay, that leaves open the suggestion that he might himself transform into an elk, and then, yeah.
He already knows the elk form, so yeah, he can already do the giant
but,
elk form.
You know,
I don't know the giant elk form.
Oh, so you're going to be the little bitch elk that just...
Can I use this time that I have to wait with said elk to study the elk to learn?
You
the giant elk form?
can study it and learn the giant elk form, yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
at least you get something useful out of this. Christ almighty. Right.
I'm
Sheila,
sorry,
come on, let's go.
everybody.
Has everyone else already marked down their cash?
Yes.
I'm gonna remove the 40.
I
Okay.
only have 4 silver and 2 copper left.
I have 6 gold left.
So,
I love you all very much.
obviously Marcus isn't going to be doing anything for the rest of his afternoon and
No
day.
carousing for Marcus.
What does the rest of the party want to do for the rest of their day?
Sheila still needs to bring the ring over, don't you?
Oh
Yeah,
yes, good point.
exactly.
Yes.
We were heading to Twigs when we got interrupted.
I'm
Twig,
sorry.
twig Betsy.
Money. So yeah, we go to Twig.
She's still hiding behind her book.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Yes. Sorry. Yes.
We have a ring, I think, for you. It keeps you warm at night.
Oh. Oh. Right.
Right,
Oh.
wasn't that it? Wasn't-
Okay. That's very okay. If I may, she takes it from you and gives it a bit of a look over, and then she consults with her documents. Right. Okay. Rings. Now rings are the more interesting things because they can be used in certain other ways or certain other things as well. Okay. So if I give, and then we class it as that. Okay, dokes. So for this one, I can write you a chit for. I can write you a chit for 380 gold pieces for this ring.
Alright, we'll take that.
Okay, so she writes out another. Essentially, she's writing a check.
Yeah.
So she writes out another check for this, for the ring, takes it off of you and hands you a little slip of paper that has her information on and a signature for 380 gold pieces.
Alright. Good.
And again, she explains that it can be that the check can be cashed at the Neverwinter Bank.
Alright.
Or
Would you
any.
accompany us to the bank?
Well, I don't have any reason to go, and I have got other groups that are out searching other places for me. I kind of need to stay here. I can give you directions.
Okay. Oh yeah, I think that would be
Okay,
great.
and she details the directions needed to get to the Neverwinter Bank. Explains how it's on the on the edge of the waterfront, but on the inside of the wall.
Yeah. I think I was thinking, Dotson, that we go and cash this in right away, since we are apparently a bit low on cash all of a sudden.
Yeah, might be an idea. We'll leave Mr. Elk and his elk friend to the
Yeah,
King.
yeah. So we head out for the what's it called? The bank.
Okay. Well, obviously Perry is with you as well at this point. So is Perry going to go with them too?
Yes.
Okay, so all three of you are heading to the Neverwinter Bank, and it's with the city secrets. It takes you about 10-15 minutes to get to Neverwinter Bank. and the cashier there they go to cash checks and they ask if you would like the money or if you would like to open up a security deposit in the bank, which basically it essentially equates to a lockbox in the bank where you can store. It's basically it's a fluff way of saying here is a place you can store stuff safely and not have to worry about it getting pinched.
Yes.
That sounds very smart.
Is it just cash or can we store objects?
It is objects within reason objects. So things like you can store anything up to the size of a weapon or a suit of armor. It's like they are magically enchanted chests.
Okay.
You remember the dimensional lockboxes that I did in the previous game?
Yes.
Basically, it's those. So they say there is no interest rates or anything on this, so we don't add anything to it. But also, likewise, we don't take anything from them either. This is a secure vault for you to keep your items. The way that we phrase this is that we don't charge you for the space, but that's why we don't give you anything extra either.
All right.
Sounds like a good deal.
Yeah. It just gives me a nice, easy, fluff way of saying you guys can have somewhere where stuff is stored, and I don't have to work out interest rates and shit like that.
Compound interest.
Yeah. Brexit.
I'd probably like to take out just like 10 gold pieces so that I'm not completely poor.
Okay, so this is one of the things that the guild, the party loot
It's for.
panels is very useful for. So if it's just be aware you can't have everyone editing it at the same time because it does get yourself a bit confused.
I'm editing the party loot.
Okay.
I have told I have. So I'm taking out 10 gold up to 230.
You were given for yours. You were given 380.
Oh right, it was the other people.
Yeah, party loot.
Yeah,
that was existing. That was already in there.
So we're at 400. And no, wait. You said 380?
You were given 380. You were given a slip of paper for 380 for yours.
Yeah.
So that's 600.
And
exactly.
420.
All right, yes,
420
and
for
Perry will
Perry's.
deposit his 420.
So that's 820?
1020.
And hold on, we need to start. I need to start depositing gems too. So 820.
820, right?
Yes.
No, because
yes.
we
it's
had
820.
Well, no, because you said 400.
No. I messed up. We had 230. Then I took out 10, put in my 380. That's 600. And then we put in the 220. So that's
420.
Yeah, it's 420, so it's 1020.
But no, where do you get that from? We have
Because
three numbers that we add up.
Yeah, so 220 plus 380 is 600.
Yes.
Plus 420 is 1020.
It was 4? I thought you said 2.
No, he said
No.
4.
420 for Perry.
Because I wanted to resist the
Oh
urge of
my
saying blazer.
Goodness. Okay, I completely misheard that. I'm sorry.
That's right.
So, the thing is though, I thought I was going mad at the same time.
Yeah. We're all going mad. How much is a griffin?
What?
No, we're not buying a griffin. No.
We could get like a blue one.
No.
The question is, what's wrong with buying a griffin? Flashes over to
Shut up, you're not there.
drunk Marcus sleeping
Yes.
with a giant elk.
Okay.
What could be wrong
Perry-
with getting another pet?
Perry is actually going to deposit another 100 gold that he's just been carrying around.
All right.
So 1120.
Do you want me to edit that?
Yes.
Yeah, I already have it up. Okay.
So the when you go, if you're going to leave the gems in there, what they do say is that you can either we do have we can give you the information for a jeweler if you would like to have try and deposit get the value for the
Please
gems.
give us information for a jeweler.
Or you
also know like an
one,
antique store.
well,
because I
one
have
thing-
some, like, dice.
One thing I was going to advise is you may find it easier, some of our patrons find it easier to hold on to the gems as a form of more easily transportable currency, as some places do not trade in coin.
That's that's smart.
Or
As long as
the
you can think
it's
about
it's a
how
lot
much they're
easier
worth,
to
like-
carry. It's a lot easier to carry a gem than it is to carry coin. And a lot of the time, you won't get your full value for a gem when you sell it to a gem trader.
Hmm. What do you think, guys?
If we can get a price list, we might as well carry around the gems. And I've heard tell that some magic spells require certain gems as well, so you never know.
Oh, that's smart then. Yeah. Let's go get a price tag on them. Arrange
Price list, yeah.
Okay. So basically the way I was going to do this is it's nice and simple and easy. When you have gems have got a listed value that they are worth. If you want to keep hold of the gem, you have that gem and it is worth that value. And if you ever need a spell that has a thing, or you're trying to do some trading with someone who is, like, for example, a trader on the road that maybe doesn't deal in coin, then you've got something with which to barter. If you are looking to just sell the gems to a jeweler, you will get whatever the value of that gem is less 10%. So they take off 10% of the value of that gem to basically because they need to make a profit is the way it's worked out.
Yeah. But let's bring them. It seems, and we also need to get them.
So you are directed to a place that you may have visited before. It is near Rashid's Fine Tunics. It is Jenkins Jewelry.
Oh.
And if you are going to be heading there, then basically everything I've just explained to you will also once again be explained. The thing with the gems, where if you want to trade the gems in, I think all of the gems I know all the gems that Perry's got and all the gems that Sheila's got are worth 50 gold pieces each. So if you want to trade those gems in, they will give you 45 gold pieces per gem.
Alright, well, we might as well keep the gems, right? That's what we decided.
Yes, although, is there any place where I can get rid of, like, the actual treasure, like the silver ewer and that sort of thing? Would the jeweler know where an antiques trader is?
They're not too sure about an antiques trader. They say maybe it might be worth going to Newdale's Thrift.
Let's go to Newdale's Thrift, see what he says.
Okay. And at Newdale's Thrift, basically it is the same sort of thing, but with the art objects, there is a 20% markup on them instead. Instead of 10%.
Well, how much are these worth?
Remind me what you've got, because I think I don't remember which ones you've got.
Carved bone statue, engraved bone dice, small gold bracelet, silver ewer.
Okay, so yeah, all your art objects that you've got are each worth 25 gold pieces. So he'll give you 20 gold pieces per item.
That's a quick 80 gold. Although I kind of like having some dice, just to like have them around.
Yeah, so it's up to you. These art objects, the whole idea of me actually, because a lot of time when the tables say art object, I was like, fuck art object, gems. But
can I have the payment in platinum?
He doesn't carry that. But he can write you a note to cash in at the bank.
For platinum.
But he doesn't. Yeah, but he doesn't carry platinum coins.
I'll sell you everything but the dice. So.
Okay. So he writes out one of the promissory notes for you to take to the Neverwinter Bank when you're ready.
Yep.
For 6 platinum. Because it's so much easier than saying to you guys, oh, you've got this many coins. By the way, you're walking through city. Have a dex save from you. Lol, you've been robbed.
Yeah.
Because it removes the temptation to me for doing that to you guys. Just, hey, don't call me a jerk. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm a nice man. I'm a nice man. Right.
You could be a jerk, but you're not going to be. You
exactly, yeah.
prevent yourself from the temptation.
So, do you have anything else you would like to do, or do you want to head into one of the taverns and do some carousing?
I guess we'll go back and carouse with Marcus.
You're gonna go back to and carouse with Marcus?
It seems like a fair thing to do.
Okay.
Keep him
Yeah,
company.
assuming we're just gonna skip over getting 6
It's still
platinum from the
welcome,
bank.
yeah.
Yeah, so we can take it as a given that you're going back to the bank and cashing that in.
We'll carouse at the Blue Stallion instead of going all the way back to the Halflings.
No, we'll go back to the halfling.
No, I'm going to the Blue Stallion.
No, you're not. You're coming with us. We're a group, and even though he messed up, we're gonna be there and support him. He's going through a rough
I
time.
don't think we're welcome there.
Well, he's stuck there.
They won't mind
You
us. There's
don't
probably
leave
no
a
one.
guy behind like that.
It's only fair. They've probably got no one coming in because of the fucking elk. So if we go in there, at least we can chuck some money their way. They've got some custom. Only fair.
Yeah.
We already paid them 150 gold.
Perry,
Yes.
this is not a discussion, Perry. This is something we're doing as a group. So come on.
Free.
You can free all you want. That's fine. That's allowed.
Fine.
Good.
Oh, you're all lovely. You're all too lovely.
Right.
Okay, we come back to the halflings and we carouse there.
You're gonna go carousing there. Okie
Yeah.
dokes. So, do you want to all carouse together? Or do you want to carouse individually?
Let's carouse together.
Yes.
You want
Yeah.
to all carouse together.
Marcus does apologise profusely during the carousing.
Right.
He
Just
should.
as a thing to try out and see how it responds, and we'll have a little bit of a chuckle for this bit. So I need.
Oh, you're using the thing.
Oh yes.
Oh,
Oh yes.
no. Oh no.
Okay, so if I can get all of you to roll a d20. Fuck it, actually, just roll a d20, and I'll be putting you putting your names in the list in basically essentially like an initiative order to see who goes in what position as player 1, player 2, player 3, player 4.
I do have a caveat, which is if a duel comes up, please let it be Perry.
We'll have to see. We'll have to
It will
see.
make a lot more sense.
So, Sheena, and then it's Marcus, then it's Perry, then it's Dotan. Hey, Dogeman. Right, okay, so click on the carouse button. Let's see what happens. Oh, so that's actually boring.
It's boring.
That was it was no because it was just a very boring story. It just didn't do anything. It was just it just went nowhere.
Oh.
Good. Nice and chill.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A giant
that's fine.
elk. As chill as getting a giant elk.
Yeah,
in a
I
bar
mean,
is.
I think we've
Yeah.
gotten to enough.
Oh, hang on a sec. There's only
Oh no.
2 options when it's a 4-player thing.
Oh.
So I didn't notice that because I didn't really do that much testing with it. So what we'll instead do is we'll go with the other table, the bigger, badder, longer, and more uncut.
Oh no. Oh no.
So what we'll instead have is you guys get to roll in your order. So this is a D100 one. So
I'm sure
who's
Sheila is an uncut person.
Sheila is going to be going first on this. So Sheila, let's have a D100 from you. See what happens. And this will be plus your love. So 9 plus 4 is 13. Okay, so whilst you are you have your night out in the singing halflings. You wake up in a strange bed with no one. A moment later, a middle-aged man invites you down for breakfast. He and his family know you by name, and no one seems to find your presence unusual.
I must have made good friends, and someone
Yeah.
must have spiked my drink because I do not drink like that.
Well, that's
Of
the
course, no one did.
what crowd is. So you've gotten a bit excited or something at some point on that one there. So the next person would be it's it is it's Marcus. Let's see whether or not Marcus actually stayed in the tavern shower. Let's have a D100 from Marcus.
Why am I getting high rolls now of all times?
You wake up to find yourself seated at a table. There is a quill in one hand.
Oh no, you got that one.
And a small cut on the other. Across from you sits a well-dressed but sinister man, a man of wealth and taste. In front of you is a contract detailing, in extremely complex terms, the exchange of power for your immortal soul. Would you like to sign, or would you like to decline?
I take a moment to try and contact my friend on the other side?
How?
Well, heavily meditating.
Sure, we can go with that. So let's have a
That's how I usually see her.
Okay, yeah, we can go with this. So yeah, give us a wisdom save.
Okay. I don't want to do this. I kind of
I'm just trying to think of how we can make it work. You see in your mind's eye, you see your erstwhile patron. They don't look very happy. They don't say anything. They just you just get you get the feeling of eyes watching you, and like the general perception of
Is there a door nearby?
I believe in no.
It just appears to be. You can actually you can hear. You appear to be in the back room of the tavern, or in a back room of the tavern.
Politely says, "I'm sorry for wasting your time, sir. I do not know what we're doing here, but my friends need me. Have a lovely day."
Okay, so as you turn away, you hear a sort of sound, and you smell eggs.
Oh no, eggs! I'm gonna leave.
Eggs, poor baby eggs.
But eggs.
And Perry. Let's have a D100 from Perry.
Oh boy.
Any duplicates I will get people to re-roll just so we can have more interesting things happen. The 41.
I'm terrified. Alright, let's see what Reddit has in store for me today.
Okay, so yeah, I was reading. Okay, so you wake up in your bed at the Blue Stallion. Everything seems normal, but as you're getting yourself dressed for the morning and about to head down. No, and about to head down. There's a little knock on the door, and it's Fosco. And he's got a bit of a confused look on his face. He says, some gentlemen from the Brotherhood of Fishmongers. They've got a note for you here. And he hands you a note. It smells ever so slightly of the sea. And it is a very passive-aggressive note explaining how in your intoxicated state you wound up on their bad side. You have pissed off the Brotherhood of Fishmongers.
The fishing industry does not like me, apparently.
You have pissed off the fishing industry.
Well, I don't know how this will be relevant in the future, but I'll make a note of it just in case.
And lastly, Dotan. Let's have a D100 from Dotan Revo as well, with a 51. Oh, you're gonna love this one.
Alright,
Right.
pissed off the Neverwinter Brotherhood of Fishmongers.
So, Dotan, you wake up on the floor of your room at the Blue Stallion. All the furniture and rugs, they've been moved up against the walls, and in the centre of the room is a crudely drawn summoning circle ringed with the remains of some black candles. At the centre of the circle is an amazing looking BLT sandwich.
Ooh! Oh! Ah! Shit! No! Has
It's
it
just
had a
been
bite
such a rough
taken out of
week,
it already?
It has not had a bite taken out of it already.
Ah!
You deserve a little good time.
I
BLT.
deserve a bite on that. I'm missing a
You do.
fucking eye. I'm gonna take a bite out of the BLT. What do I
Okay.
need to roll?
Nothing. It's a really nice sandwich.
Okay.
This is gonna come back and bite you. You know that, right?
I don't care.
The sandwich was a mimic. Nah.
Mimic, yeah, it bites me
Oh,
back.
I can assure you, I would find a way to curse my players for eating the sandwich. That
Who
was
says?
like
Who
the-
says I won't? All I said was nothing happens when he bites the
That was
sandwich.
like- That was like the demon lord's lunch he just got, and he is pissed.
Just get my mum on him.
It's fine.
Oh,
It's a really good sandwich. It's worth it.
yep.
It was
It was a really good sandwich. It's a really good,
worth
lovely
it.
sandwich. Okay, so that was the end of your. I believe it was your Thursday. We agree, wasn't it? Yes, yeah, because you had your Monday. Monday was the was Sigurd. Tuesday was Rashid. Wednesday you went to go and hunt some bandits. And yeah, that was Thursday. So now you're on your Friday morning. Each of you are waking up as Warren was described to you. The place you're waking up as you Sheila, as you finish your breakfast and leave the property, it's literally like 2 doors down from the Singing Halflings. So it seems like you befriended a local.
I think maybe I was passed out in the street, and this sweet old man took me in and made sure that I was not harmed, and then he fed me breakfast, and I now have friends in the city.
Yeah. So you're
that's
basically
sorry.
you're so basically you are, to all intents and purposes, you're at the Singing Halflings. That is
okay.
an easily recognisable
Well,
place for
I guess
yourself.
I pop in to see if the elk has vanished.
The elk has indeed gone. The
Okay.
place is still a bit of a tip because tables that got overturned when the elk was summoned up originally
I'm
and
just gonna
damaged
sneak
and stuff.
back out
Yeah.
then.
Yep. If that's what time of the morning after having shared the breakfast and stuff with it, you would see Marcus in there because Marcus was still at the Singing Halflings.
Yeah. Okay.
He's very, very quickly ejected
yeah.
from the premises.
Yeah. Oh, good morning, Marcus.
Oh,
Did you
good morning.
sleep all right?
I want to say yes, but I'm not quite sure really. I woke up in a
Oh.
strange place with some strange people.
Oh, me too. I made friends.
I made a friend. I
Very
think.
nice. They make the best scrambled eggs I've had in a long time.
Mine smelled like eggs.
Oh, well maybe they were a familiar, or not a familiar, a relative.
Maybe.
Oh,
Do you know where the others are?
No, but I suspect if we go back to the Blue Stallion, they'll pop in at some point.
I do want to apologize to all of you again profusely about my actions last night, and they will never happen again.
Oh, that's okay. Oh, that reminds me. Could I have one of the fluff balls?
He'll pass over a fluff ball.
Oh,
Be careful,
great.
don't drop it. Or you end
How
up in
does it
situation with
work?
it. You drop it or throw it, and then it summons an animal.
Oh, that's smart.
But at the end of the day, they vanish.
Okay, but then
I think they turn back into the fluff balls, and I can give you another one the next day. Just be careful with it, please.
Okay, cool. She immediately throws it on the ground.
Oh, this is
Outside.
why we ended up losing up most of our guild.
No, it's outside. It's fine. You can summon animals in the street here. It's Neverwinter.
Yep. So
I mean,
let's
that's
see.
like the
So
least bizarre thing, practically.
the animal that pops up from the from the little tribble, is now in the street next to your feet is a giant rat.
Oh,
Hmm.
oh my! What a. Oh my!
You've made a friend.
Oh, I crouched down and scratched it behind its ears.
It wags its
Okay.
tail.
Oh, he's adorable! Oh my goodness, I'm so happy. Oh
Well, that can
my.
bring you joy.
Yes. What should we call him?
Dead by Daylight.
Yeah.
That is so macabre. No, no, that is mean. No, I'll think of something. Let's
What
head back
about
to the stallion.
Sunrise Land?
Sunshine. We'll call him Sunshine.
So yeah, so the giant rat is it is a small beast. So it's actually it's almost as big as you are.
Yeah.
You can
That's-
ride it like a
that's
It's a small, not a medium. So it's basically this rat is essentially it's the size of like a large Jack Russell.
Ah,
Yeah.
It's the rats the ratting dog would not chase.
It reaches like my chest. It's
You can call it Rouse.
Rouse.
Rouse?
Squeak?
Yeah, Rouse. Rat of
Squeak.
unusual size.
Is Rouse the sound a rat makes?
No, the rat of unusual size is something that's been in role playing games for God knows how many years.
Oh.
RAUS.
I guess that
Rouse.
would be appropriate.
Rats of unusual
Even though it's
size.
not really the sound a rat makes, and that's kind of the theme we're going with
Hmm.
here. I think we'll call him Squeak instead or something.
Squeak.
Squeak works.
Squeak. Even though I think a rat of that size might do more than squeak.
Woof.
Yeah, squeak, motherfucker. No, we'll just call him Squeak. Her.
Squeak,
If you
motherfucker.
get another elk, you can call it Ree.
Hey, Marcus, say if you dropped another fur ball and it turned into another rat of the opposite gender, do you think we could breed them and make more fur balls?
That's a theory we could test. I dropped one too. I mean, the odds of it being a rat too are probably low, but
Really? What are the odds? What animals do we have on this?
I don't know. So far, it's turned into a wolf, a giant elk, and a giant rat.
Well, what can you say about
It was a
the odds?
dire
We don't
wolf,
know
by
how
the way.
many
I should
animals
say
there is.
it was a dire wolf that it turned
Oh,
into.
shit.
Because
God.
the odds are there's probably more animals we can summon. Who knows? I
Oh,
don't know
Uh,
the limits of said animals. It's just the animals, and there's a lot of them that exist.
okay.
I don't like. I feel like a
Why are
god
you
somewhere's
giggling,
chuckling. Even
So from this black tribble, up springs a panther.
Oh, dang. Okay, that is not a rat.
I mean,
The panther looks at the rat.
This is your new brother.
I already know this animal.
The panther very quickly and deftly leans down and snatches up the rat in its mouth.
No. Bad panther. Very bad. Do something, Marcus. He's your panther.
Good boy.
But no, he's eating his brother. That has to be incestuous in some way.
I mean, they're not really relatives that we know, and he's
They
a
live in
cat.
the same bag.
He's a giant cat. That's a giant rat. The kind of natural order is happening here. Cat chases mouse situation.
I grab whatever part of the rat is sticking out of the mouth of the panther and I start pulling it, like slapping the panther on the nose, like, no, bad.
Let's have an animal handling roll from you.
I'll try and assist. Like.
Alright, okay, you can have advantage on the animal handling roll.
He's like he's hungover. He's just like I just want to go to the
You
stallion.
you can have advantage on your animal handling rolls. You try to pull a rat out of a panther's mouth.
That didn't go very well.
That did not go very well. That was
Hang on, with advantage.
Yeah.
that was with advantage.
Holy shit.
And that had to make use of halfling luck as well, because you managed to roll a 1, a 4, and a 5.
Yeah.
Wow, I did. Holy shit.
That's
Now have a rat tail.
yeah. There's no. The panther like slurps up the tail. Have you seen that scene in Life of Pi where the tiger's eating the rats?
No.
Yeah.
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 Basically, that's just happened.
Okay,
Well,
I stare in.
And to be fair, to justify this, to say,
horror.
in the absence of any orders, the creature acts in a fashion appropriate to its nature. So I rolled a dice to see whether or not it was going to attack, and it crit failed. So it's like, yeah, it's hungry.
Oh my
It's
god.
it's a hungry panther.
It's a circle of life.
Yep.
So what happens to the fluffball now? Is he dead? Is he gone?
No, back tomorrow morning. You can do the bag recharges.
But I don't know that.
Marcus is like, it seems that the bag does give you back the fluff balls by the morning. Some sort of divine gift or magic, I am not too sure. Can we go sit down because I'm feeling a bit queasy?
Yes, I guess we can. She's like, she won't leave the panther out of her sight. She's
Well,
like,
so you-
Careful, it might eat you next.
no, but what about the gobble gobs? Or Barky? Or
Pepper,
Fig?
please do not eat any other animals.
The panther sort of like looks up and it does that. You know that kind of semi-growly yawn that big cats do. It's like
Yeah.
thing. It does that. It does that. And pads
I'll
along
let you know
at
if
your
you eat
heel.
any animals.
So
It's a
you
cannibal.
you
It's a
current.
cannibal panther.
Technically, didn't eat
That
them.
sounds like an amazing name for a rock band.
Cannibal
Could be-
Panther. Yes.
Could be like maybe tie like a piece of lace around its neck or something so that I don't get that fluff ball, because there's obviously something wrong with that fluff ball if it eats its friends.
No, it's with pets. It's not about the pet. It's about the owner. So
yeah.
You're not there. You're not there.
So-
Stop talking. You're not there.
Just keep it away from Marcus is what you're saying, right?
I'm just pretty sure it's acting upon its natural, the personality of said animals. So as long as it doesn't turn into a panther, it's probably not going to try and eat the other puffles. Like, have you tried? The giant
Puffles.
elk probably wouldn't eat the other puffle.
Puffle. Oh,
It
no.
sounds cuter than Triggle.
Well, elks don't naturally. Yeah, but it might
Exactly,
stomp
so
on
it's
it.
not the-
It might stomp on it. You don't know.
Well, we'll find out the next time I summon this one. Now let's move.
All right. Let's move. We move to the blue star.
Yeah, into the blue stone. Okay, so you guys, it's going to take you about half an hour, 45 minutes or so to get through there, because you don't have your city streets guide with you.
No.
So it's going to take you about half an hour, 45 minutes to go from the Seeing Halflings to the Blue Stadium.
All right.
So we would be going to then. Let's go with Perry first. What would Perry do with his morning? Having received this peculiar note.
Need to quit the AFK back in a second.
Perry?
That
What?
wasn't Perry.
No.
Yeah.
Alright, were you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
What?
So, yeah. So, what would you be doing with your morning after having received your peculiar note?
Oh. We're going to crumple up the note and pretend that it didn't happen, and hopefully we don't have any fish-relating jobs in the future.
Okay, dokes. So, do you just want to go down for your breakfast and wait and see with the rest of the
just
party?
Normal morning stuff.
Okay, dokie. And what about Dotan? What does Dotan's
Dotan's
got
had
a
breakfast.
breakfast? Yeah.
Dotten's eaten, but she's now regretting it, and kind of just sort of like stands there with her hands on her hips for a moment, pondering the summoning circle in front of her, and just sort of like starts kicking over the salt and the candles and stuff like that, and putting the furniture back where it was, to pretend it never happened. And
Fair
then
enough,
heads downstairs.
So we'll say that you guys are awaiting the return of your companions.
Yes.
So well then, in that case, yeah, you're still relatively early in the day. You know, you're looking at like no later than about 10 in the morning. Really would be the latest the party would be regrouping. So is there anything the party would like to do today on their Friday?
Well, we can look at more jobs, right?
You can do that.
Yeah, let's have a look, see what's there.
Okay, sorry.
That's fine. So, DK,
Yes.
cue the job list.
Yes, I'm just bringing it back up.
It's in the list. It's in the resources thing.
Oh, it is? There's a
is
resources thing?
Yeah, you know where you
Handouts.
pick up your character sheet under handouts on that same tab.
I did not know there was such a thing.
There you go, then.
Oh, carnivorous butterflies.
Yes. Yes,
No one's
please.
taken carnivorous butterflies.
How did no one take carnivorous butterflies? Also, why did they take a key?
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to speak to Drago Broadlow
Yeah.
in order to find out.
Oh shit! No, sorry. That job's not available. That job's not there. Sorry.
No.
Boo!
Sorry.
Watch out.
You would literally need to travel back in time.
Go.
Fuck. Oh, no.
Sorry. Yeah, that one.
Got that one.
That one has been taken by the Saturday group, and the Saturday group are doing it on their Wednesday. So
If we meet those guys, we're gonna beat them up. There's no diplomacy for them. Okay.
We've done bandits. There's still more bandits.
That's a good question. Are there still more bandits?
Oh, well, the job is still active. It's still an active job.
We seem to have gotten the better paying job.
Oh, but we don't have Arnakis though. Is the thing.
Do we need Arnakis?
For the bandits, probably. Yeah. It would be very helpful.
Unless we had some wild, some tamed wild animals. And
How about going out to have some?
Technically, you'd have 2 because I could turn into a bear.
Yeah.
Now I remember.
How about we go have some quality self-reflection time at the farm for 5 silver per day?
That's a pittance. No.
You know what? Hang on. Do you know what? That looks like bait to me. That's got to be bait. I think it can't just be harvesting. I mean, who puts up something saying, "Come on, please, I need someone to help me with the harvest" on a job
An old
board
person.
for people that walk around with swords?
I think we should go pick beets or farm beets or whatever you do to beets.
There's more to that than picking
turns out
stuff.
that we have paid a total of 2 gold for 1 day of work.
Yeah.
Do you know
For
what?
people.
I
Yeah,
think
you know
it's worth
what?
checking out. Okay.
No, it
That-
isn't.
That
Maybe
looks
there's
like
a cow
bait.
the druid can look at and turn into.
Why the fuck would we need a cow?
What if you need milk one day? Like that's food right there.
Or fucking steak.
I think we should help out the farm. It would be a nice chance for me to study some animals.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
You've been outvoted. Let's go. Wait.
Fang would love it as well, as would Mr. Gobblegum and Barky.
Okay, but what if they
And
kill
my
your
panther
turkey?
friend.
They don't kill my turkey.
What if they kill and eat your turkey?
They don't kill and eat my turkey. Perry, why have you become such a mean
A
person?
pessimist,
Yes.
Ugh,
What
hiccups.
happened to your innocence, Perry?
Marcus.
Marcus.
He's supposed to be a really kind and loving person until he just gets drunk. He changes.
Oh,
It's a
Okay,
black
how
bear you
many
can turn
hands
into. Yeah,
for
Mickey.
Low farm
Yeah.
hands. How many? We vote. I vote 4.
Yeah.
Hands up to see
Farming.
what I can find there, yes?
Yes, we're 3-1. Perry, you're coming.
okay.
Come on, it'll be fun, and I guarantee
Yes.
you, it's not gonna just be picking beats.
It's going to be picking beets.
There's got to be more. There's got to be more.
Perry,
to that.
but this is an activity in which one of us won't lose an eye.
Yes,
Can
we
we just
already
take a
lost
break from
enough.
losing eyes
parts.
and being hurt, please?
Yes,
Oh,
and feed
That
the horse.
actually, that brings me up to something. Dotan, if you need anything in terms of healing to help with that eye problem, you know I'm here for you.
I thank you. I'm looking into an alternative arrangement. If that doesn't work out, I will have a look at just getting a down.
I have put a black bear thing out, a catch sheet out now as well, which you should be able to have access to, I think.
So we
that's
go
the
to the
best
south
route.
gate, right?
I'm trying to find
Under character sheets.
the character sheets. Characters. Black bear. Yes, you have. Brilliant. Thank you.
All you need to do is adjust its intellect, wisdom, and charisma to match your stats.
Oh yes, I remember now because we have slightly different.
Yep.
So...
Okay, so the party are going to be heading out to do the seasonal farm hands.
Yes,
Yes.
because I actually don't think it's going to be anything other than farming.
Okay. So you can.
Maybe the farm gets attacked
It's
while
still
we're
yeah. So it's still relatively early in the day. And you head out to the farm to go and help out.
Yeah.
And it's as you head out to the outskirts of the city, basically outside the walls to where the farmlands are. You report to the farm, the foreman, as it were, the person in charge, and he explains that we started several hours ago. To come along and help this, and you're late. You're not gonna. I can't pay you for a full day.
No, okay, that's fine. How much can you pay us? 4 silver?
Well, I mean, the guys started at 6 in the morning.
Well, yeah, but if you want to finish before the sun goes down and the cold comes in.
I can give you 3 silvers. I'll give you three silvers each.
And we get to keep one piece of vegetable each, like 1 vegetable each.
Yeah, that's the point. Did we get fed at lunch?
We'll feed you, but you're not keeping any of the produce.
Oh well, give us just 1 produce.
No.
Like instead of you're only paying us 3 silver.
Yeah, because you've missed out 4 or 5 hours of the shift already.
But we'll work late.
It doesn't work like that.
1 piece of produce is not gonna even be felt by you guys. Come on.
No,
We've got a horse to feed.
I don't care. The job is what the job is.
Will you at least give us a discount?
For what?
Buying produce.
Well, yeah, if you're buying it from us, you're already buying it wholesale anyway. So you're buying it cheaper than you'd be buying it at the stalls as is.
All right. We'll take the 3 silver.
All right, fair enough then. And
lunch.
Yeah, that's fine. And so working through from the 11/11:30 sort of time that you get to the farm, through till 8 p.m. when it becomes a little bit too dark to work properly. You work in the fields, and you're bringing in the crops and the produce, and nothing exciting happens at all. You have a nice simple lunch.
Get a little bit of suntan.
Yeah.
I asked the farmhand what
Fresh
kind
air.
of animals they have on the farm.
Well, this is a produce farm, so hopefully not very many at all. There's a horse that pulls. We've got horses that pull the what's it called? The plows and stuff. But that's it.
Okay, that's fine. Never mind. I'll just carry on with my things.
Aww.
I guess.
I guess. Aww.
Nah. He's happily eating his farm lunch and pulling out plant.
So we work a whole day.
Yep.
We earn
You
3
work
silvers each.
3 silvers each. You work through till 8 p.m. And then the rest of the evening is yours.
I think after a rough day of hard manual labor, I'm gonna go straight to bed. No carousing this night.
I
Straight to bed?
join Sheila's.
I think I'd like to buy like a beet or something.
Right off,
Cabbage.
yeah. So just write off 1 copper coin for
Okay.
a.
Put a smiley face on it. It'll be your new pet.
No, I'd like to drop it off at the family that took care of me.
Aww. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it costs you a copper coin, and they hand you a one of those the small wooden punnet type things with is three, 4, 5 decent size cabbages, because obviously you're buying it straight from the farm,
Yeah.
so it's not going to cost you much at all for that.
Right? Okay, now it's loaded. Forever load. Okay, good. I dropped that off at the family.
Okay,
Thank you.
dokes. So and you said you're just gonna head yourself straight to bed.
Yeah.
And what about, let's go with Marcus next. What's Marcus want to do for his
We
evening?
can't leave him alone for drinking. Someone has to drink with him so he doesn't
Marcus,
do business.
look, cuts Sheila off and goes, "I'm going to bed early tonight."
Oh,
Do you go to bed early as well?
my.
Mm-hmm. Yes, very much so.
And what about Dotan and Revo? What would Dotan and Revo like to do with the rest of her evening?
She's gonna get so fucking drunk.
You're gonna go carousing.
Oh yeah.
And what about Perry?
Harry is gonna go carousing with Dotton.
Oh, you gotta go carousing together. Okay, let's have another crack
Oh,
at the group one.
It's just like old times.
Dotan and Perry. Let's see what two-person options it comes up with. Oh, that is the first thing that comes up. I am not. I'm not touching this at all. I'm just gonna move it over to the stream screen, and I'll let you guys watch and wait for the sounds. I'm just gonna sit here and enjoy.
That's just so perfect. I'm so happy for you.
Congratulations.
Play the elk noise. Play the elk noise.
Cue the elk noise. We need the elk noise. Oh, that's amazing.
Do we have any paperwork on us? Because I've got a fucking priest to hunt down.
There's no paperwork. There is just you're each wearing wedding rings.
The wedding rings. How much are the wedding rings worth?
How much are their wedding rings worth? Dotton, if anybody asks, this didn't happen. All right. Are we agreed?
I'm not fussed, but yeah, fine. Yeah. All right. She looks kind of a bit dejected,
Yeah,
but all right.
it's just. What do we do?
Well,
What?
I'm gonna
No,
go
no,
and
no.
I'm gonna go and find somewhere to have a fucking shower. But after that,
The question
Days
is
of ours,
not
isn't
what
it?
do we do? The question is what did you do?
well, when we get out of bed, I throw the covers back and I'm wearing a strap on. So.
Oh, poor Perry.
Little do you know, so's Perry. Perry wanted a duel. He's got a duel. A sword fight and a door.
Oh my god.
Wait a minute. Is there a missing third piece to this puzzle?
Yes. Probably yes.
Under the
Be a
bed,
fucking
there's
elk.
an elk noise.
God. Oh, the city's strong in these things.
Yeah, the city's because I was determined. There's one of the in the Saturday group there is a pairing that I am determined to get them married at some point, and I may have just found the way I'm going to make it happen. I may have found the tool with which to make this this dream a reality.
This dream a reality, yeah.
Oh.
I'm gonna
Oh,
start
I
calling
went
you
to bed
Pine
early,
now.
so we couldn't have been there for the service.
Yeah, I think it's shower time. It's just not tell the others.
I will absent-mindedly follow you into the shower and there. Yeah, no, sorry, no, we're not actually married. Right, okay.
Oh,
Oh.
I would actually like to be married and
Where's
Perry's
the
just
Oh, does
crushing her dreams.
Dotton want to be married to Perry?
Well, you know, nothing else is going to happen. She hasn't got much else going on because she essentially looks like
Okay.
a pincushion. So
Yeah,
that's-
Perry would be good for her. Perry would be good for her.
And this begins the arc of their slow love for each other actually
Yeah.
blossoming after pretending to be really shamed with what they did.
It's
Yes.
like Ross and Rachel.
Oh my goodness. Oh.
I got a funny feeling it's going to be a little bit more like Mike Ross and Rachel. So
I love it.
that for those who don't appreciate it, that is actually a really good joke. That's a good reference to the show Suits. Okay, that's a good solid joke.
I have never seen this, so I don't understand.
No, I
the
have no
reference.
idea.
Nope. All right, get back in the shower. Come on.
Yep.
Aww.
Half time, change ends.
I like how they're just embracing it. Like,
Yep.
okay.
I think they did more than embrace.
Well,
Yeah, well, yeah, hopefully. hopefully. Otherwise,
We're
they're
gonna,
not
we'll,
actually
we'll see
very
where we'll see where it goes.
Right. So what month are we in right now? So
Oh,
it's
Oh,
Wait, can halflings eat without? Is that
of course. Why do you think half orcs were made?
No, but
Half halflings,
like
half elflings.
as far as I'm aware, halflings can breed with dwarves, but dwarves can't breed with elves. Although there's also the weird situation where orcs can't breed with elves, but both can breed with humans.
Love
So I
conquers
don't fucking
all.
know.
Oro. Love
Let me have a
conquers
look.
all.
What month are we in?
yeah. Let's just be sensible. Let's say that we've started in we started off. We're in July. We started, when the start.
In July. That's
Yeah, so
fine.
the start of the hiring process was the beginning of July. 1st of July was the start of the hiring process. So now you're being sort of like you got X amount of time where you're then signed on within the guild. You get assigned your barracks, you get assigned your groups. There's the the various bits of paperwork to get you all set up with everything for it, which takes probably about a week or so to get all put through and registered. So after a week, you do your first. So like the 8th of July.
So how long are drow pregnancies? That's the second question.
Hang on,
Ooh,
I'm
we'll
just
have to
about to roll a d28 to see where she is on her menstrual cycle. Hang on.
A D28. Right.
Fuck, I got I have no words for the levels of silly in this game, and I'm loving it. Oh gosh.
Oh Christ.
All right.
So 1st of July was when you all sign up, or that, it was that particular phase of the when the recruiting process started.
Oops.
It's been about a week.
Signed on.
That's not good.
So 8th of July is when you do your first. Is when you get the first raggedy.
Oh my goodness.
And then you are so after that you then do you're giving your week in Neverwinter. So and that was the following day. So the 9th of July is a Monday. So we'll backdate the rest of the thing to work out what the days are as well. So
Basically, all we just need to know is this time going to end up pregnant?
Yes. Well, we won't know, will we?
well, you're not gonna find out
We
for a
won't-
little
we-
while yet, but I'll remember, and I'll have a chat with Grav every now and then with some secret Constitution saves.
Good.
Oh dear. It's
We're
Oh,
gonna have another pet.
and you got to remember to This is.
It's not really a person until it can talk, right?
It's not really a person until you've got its telephone number in your notebook.
No, that's not correct. Babies are for Christmas, and then you give them back to the pound, and then you pretend nothing happened.
Never
Leave it on the street.
Never name anything you might one day have to kill. That's what I told my son, boy number 1.
Yeah, boy number 1. Oh my god. Oh, all right.
I love that joke. It's such a simple joke. Many people go, "What the fuck?" Ah,
We're gonna have such a big, huge, loving family.
yeah. It's gonna be.
Like the baby could ride the turkey.
We can get the fucking turkey cart.
Yes, we can get the turkey cart. It's gonna
But-
be
but-
amazing.
but the-
This
but the-
baby's gonna be so happy and so loved, and it's gonna have such a positive.
If there is a baby, it's gonna be half halfling, quarter human, quarter drow.
I can be Auntie Sheila.
And then that weird uncle who just appears out of nowhere and then fucks off again and transforms into
Wait,
an
is
animal.
Dotton
Just runs away screaming like an elk.
is Dotton a half elf? She's not like full
Yeah.
drow. Oh,
No, it's a half.
Spicy.
Yeah, that's why we don't yet know whether or not this is actually going to work, and what weird little mutant is going to plop out if it does happen.
It's gonna be. Oh, maybe it'll be like a blue halfling.
It'll
That would be amazing.
Sheila would be jealous as shit.
I will marry that thing. I
Just
will
going to
bless
say
it with the Thunderbirds.
I will
It's going
say
to
to
be a
myself.
very short half elf.
Yes.
Oh dear. Right. Okay. So, what does the party want to do with their Saturday? Bear in mind, so this on the Saturday morning, where we've got Sheila and Marcus both went to bed quite early. So I imagine that both they have the ability to be up quite early if they should so choose.
Has to be made.
You gonna be up early if you just head down to the common room of the Blue Stand for some breakfast.
Yes.
I'm
And
gonna buy breakfast that costs money, doesn't
no,
it?
you don't have to buy breakfast. You
we
get 3 meals per day. So you get your breakfast, lunch, and dinner that are included as a part of your
With
room and
that
board.
Breakfast, I'm going to have a glass of water.
Aw, bless you.
What?
Oh,
Bless
he's
ya.
reforming.
Aw. And I'd say probably about maybe half an hour or so later would be when.
Two freshly washed.
Can I roll perception to see if I can sense there's a hot shame? That and the fact that Dutton's washed.
Are you gonna? It's like I would like to roll perception to see if I can smell the stank. Is essentially what you've just asked me.
It was in the shower.
I
It's
can sense
fine.
the hot shame. So that is from any sense.
No.
Smell it.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's gonna be more of
Yeah.
it's gonna be
There's
more of
no
an
shame
insight
here.
thing. Yeah, there's gonna be more of an insight thing. So you can do an insight roll if you'd like to, but I don't think that it's actually are the other two actually trying to hide it? Are they I think before we have you doing any insight roll, we need to know how the new couple. I'll tell you what you can do. I'll tell you what Sheila and
Do I notice they're wearing rings?
yeah, I was gonna say, I'll tell you what you can do. You can both give me perception checks.
Oh.
Yeah, I found out so hard.
Yeah, I think you noticed the
hard.
rings. What about
The
Sheila?
other thing that will give it away is as Perry comes in the room, I'll be following just behind, and I will duck down and pinch his ass as he goes through the room.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I don't think Trex has noticed the ring. So I don't think Sheila's noticed the ring, but she's probably
No,
noticed
she-
the arse pinching.
She doesn't understand.
That's a bit more obvious. She's noticed it. Maybe doesn't understand it, but she's noticed it. She's seen it happen.
I think maybe Sheila is too innocent to understand.
I love the concept of Sheila being innocent.
As we were discussing, she's only innocent in this timeline.
In this time,
Just naive.
I'm clinging to as much innocence as I can get of this character because she was tarnished too fast.
I'm gonna stay silent. I'm not gonna say anything from what I've noticed. I'm just gonna...
No, me neither. No, me neither.
Okay, so you all sit down to enjoy a lovely family breakfast together.
Yes.
All 5 of us.
You don't know that yet. You don't know that yet. I'm just gonna do a quick.
members back.
I'm just gonna do a quick perception roll for Anakis. He was kept awake by banging.
Wait, what?
Were we that loud?
But she's like,
Banging?
when's it going to be my turn?
There was a rat in the wall. We were trying to get the house.
Oh. Oh. It couldn't be Squeak. He was eaten. By
Yeah.
the way, furball, please.
It sounds like it's like you're a little kid. Like, where's my piece of candy?
Yes.
Not and sees the fur ball in the hand. Not in here!
No. We do it outside. We're civilized now.
What about you and Perry and Downtime? Do you do it outside?
I don't know. I haven't come to that.
I
Yeah, we haven't gotten there
how many
yet.
Animals then?
What?
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 Excuse me?
Do
What?
you do? I'm gonna walk outside and throw my blood bowl on the ground because I can't handle the social confusion.
Okie dokes. So, as you throw it down, there is a large, hairy shape that suddenly appears in front of you.
Yes, the elf. Yes. I yell like, Marcus, Dom, come out here and help me get on this thing.
Oh Jesus!
It's a giant elk. Giant elks are huge creatures. They are classified as huge creature. This thing is like 12 feet tall at the shoulder. If you come down off of it, you're gonna break your neck.
Yes. That's okay. That's a risk I'm willing to take at this point.
Okay. You can't. The elk. Yeah. It's aware enough that it could squat down for you to clamber up onto its hide.
I love how
Well, then that's what we're doing.
Okay.
I like how
You're
for D&D is that a giant elk is so rare to see that those that see it believe that there's going to be a special event that will appear, and those that are hunters will not kill it because they're too scared to be attacked by gods or whatnot. And there's been 2 giant elks in the city today, one in a bar and one right outside one.
And now there's a halfling riding one.
Oh, don't worry. The papers have noticed.
No one will never
They're,
win.
they're all waiting for some sort of world-ending event right now.
Normal for Neverwinter. That's all I'm going to say.
I could preach some Thunderbird glory from the back of this elk, and I would be certain that people were listening.
We just reenact Hosanna, Hosanna from Jesus Christ Superstar.
I don't know.
If you really feel the need. Okay, so Sheila's currently on the back of a giant elk. The remaining party members, have a think about what you want to do. I'm going to quickly nip to the loo and then decide what we're going to do. So I shall be right back.
All right.
Well,
Shall we look through the job list?
Yeah, probably.
we got 3 silver pieces yesterday, right?
We need to make up for
Yeah, per person.
the lack of money which you made there. I was quite sure that something weird would happen. What
What
about
did I
this?
tell you?
What about this tax collecting thing? Does that sound?
Oh, you're only good with herbs.
I'm quite good with herbs.
I'm good with her.
Escort duty for a herbalist gathering in the woods and a 50 gold commission if able to herbalist assist.
Yeah.
Yes!
I think I can.
That
assist with
sounds
that.
perfect. We get to go to the woods again.
Inquire at Darius's elixirs. So,
God's not here, so we can't make any decisions right now. We'll be back after the beat.
Oh, no. Yeah, This is our decision. In the meantime, Terry's going to eat breakfast since he came down a little late.
Alright.
yeah, Dottan's bloody eating.
Eating, right?
Terry kicks Dutton underneath the table.
Right, I'm back. So what do I even want to know? What's going on?
The herbalist, and I'm also going to assist because I'm also a herbalist.
You're gonna do the escort the herbalist, okay?
Yes.
Right. And you are skilled in such things, so you're going to take part as well. Oakley pokes.
I have the herbalist kit. I am proficient in it. Everything's good.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Whee.
So which one is that one? That is the you're going to you're going to Destiny, so you're going to do that job. Okie doke. Yes. So then let me just strike that one off as a taken task for that one there. So oh, actually no, that was one of the repeatable ones. Which is job number 2. Okie dokes. Right, so let's see, that's an RNG one, so that means it's number 17.
Would you consider these escapades around the place a long rest in that we're at full health now?
Yeah, so basically anytime you're doing a full rest at night, you will be, getting that, you get the effect of a long rest.
Long rest, yep. It just says 8 hours of rest, at least 6 of which are sleep, and 2 of which are light activity, like keeping watch.
Wasn't light activity last night.
Well,
Roll a d4 to see how much damage you took from the whip.
You should rather roll a constitution on Perry and see how long he lasted.
alright, here goes nothing.
Constitution rolls have been your strength, right?
So far.
Oh, actually, we can't use that. No, try that again. Do I have one already? So bear with me a second, guys, because they've got the there's a random element to the maps that come up for these ones. I need to just make sure I've actually got this one set for you.
Pretty well for
Very-
hello.
That is decent.
So, no prolapse for Perry.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Oh no. Keep going the way you're going, and there'll be rumors about you.
Oh my goodness.
You hear about that little man, Perry? I heard he's not little where it counts.
Oh. Oh.
Wait,
Heyo.
no, that's a charisma saving throw.
Oh. Yeah, that's not. So DK?
Bear with me, moment bitter, because I'm just preparing a map for you guys to go looking for some stuff.
Alright.
And you guys come in from that way around there, so you're coming in on that side.
I'm gonna have to go in like 5 minutes.
Okay.
It's coming up on my bedtime.
Yeah. Well, so what we'll do then is if we stop it here then, because this is so we know that you, on your next session, this is what you're going to be doing. You're going to be heading out to the woods to go and do some stuff. Mickey, I think you said you're not going to be able to make it next week.
Next week is a no-no.
Next week is a no-no because you're going to be you're out and about. So what we'll do is because you've got your herbalism kit and stuff, haven't you? So if you just make sure you send me a message on Discord just as a reminder that you're doing that, and I'll make sure that we get them rolled up for you so you get some stats and stuff.
We get them. Brilliant.
Now let's find someone that we can spread the love to. So if we just press that button there we go. So there's the raid command. So if you guys want to stick around for 5 minutes or so whilst we find someone to go and share the D&D love with, let's find someone who is playing some D&D. Oh, let's see. Let's see what these people are like. I'm also going to stop the recording here, actually. So if you're, because I'll do the recordings up on YouTube as well. So hopefully, I should see you everyone at some point on that one. So yeah, we'll stop the recording here. So take care, my friends. See you all later. And we'll catch you in the next episode. Hopefully, we'll be seeing you live at some point as well. Take care, my friends. Bye bye.